the Trump administration's scrutiny of U.S.-funded research extends its reach. Australia's prestigious Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organization, CSIRO, finds itself entangled in the widening net. The revelation that the CSIRO has received a questionnaire from the U.S. government, echoing similar inquiries sent to over a dozen Australian universities, raises serious questions about the increasingly politicized nature of international scientific collaboration. The questionnaire, a stark reminder of the Trump administration's America First approach, demands answers that delve far beyond the realm of purely scientific merit. CSIRO, a beacon of Australian scientific ingenuity known for its groundbreaking research across diverse fields from climate science to agriculture, is now obligated to address pointed questions regarding its funding sources, research priorities, and even its internal policies. A CSIRO spokesperson confirmed receipt of the correspondence, acknowledging a small number of researchers who have been targeted. While the spokesperson remained tight-lipped about the organization's official response, the very act of receiving the questionnaire underscores a troubling trend: the weaponization of scientific funding to advance a particular political agenda. The questions themselves are revealing, touching upon highly sensitive areas rife with political undercurrents. One key area of interrogation centers on foreign funding, specifically targeting whether the CSIRO receives any financial support from China. In the current geopolitical climate, such inquiries carry an implicit suggestion of undue influence, raising concerns about the integrity of research and the freedom of scientific inquiry. The questionnaire further delves into the nature of the CSIRO's research projects, asking whether they align with the U.S. administration's narrow definition of environmental justice. This phrasing hints at a deliberate attempt to steer research away from projects focusing on climate change, a pressing global challenge that the Trump administration has consistently downplayed. The distinction between climate and environmental justice suggests a politically motivated attempt to limit the scope of climate-related research, a tactic that could have far-reaching consequences for both scientific progress and environmental protection. Adding another layer of complexity, the questionnaire directly probes the CSIRO's internal policies, demanding assurance that it is taking appropriate measures to defend against gender ideology. This inquiry, framed by a reference to Trump's executive order on gender, highlights the extent to which the administration seeks to impose its social and political beliefs on the conduct of scientific research. This overtly ideological intrusion raises serious concerns about the independence of scientific institutions and the potential chilling effect on research related to gender and sexuality. The ramifications of this inquiry extend beyond the CSIRO itself. The Australian government's Education Department has already confirmed that 7 prominent Australian universities, including the Australian National University, Monash University, University of Technology Sydney, University of New South Wales, Charles Darwin University, Macquarie University, and the University of Western Australia, have suffered funding cuts on research projects under the Trump administration. This trend clearly illustrates a deliberate effort to influence the direction of scientific research, potentially stifling innovation and hindering global collaboration. This situation exposes a critical vulnerability in the international scientific community. The ability to conduct unbiased research, unfettered by political interference, is fundamental to scientific progress. The CSIRO's predicament serves as a stark warning about the risks associated with allowing political ideology to dictate scientific priorities and funding decisions. The implications for international scientific collaboration and the pursuit of objective knowledge are profound and demand careful consideration. The ongoing saga raises serious questions about academic freedom, transparency in funding, and the integrity of the scientific process in an increasingly polarized world. The international scientific community must actively resist such attempts to politicize research and safeguard the principles of open inquiry and global cooperation. The future of unbiased scientific discovery hinges on the ability to push back against these pressures and reaffirm the value of science unconstrained by political agendas.